Hello and welcome to day 10 of the 12 Days of N-Scale. This is a 12-part series where I share the joy of running my N-Scale trains on a very temporary holiday layout. Today we take our first look at a locomotive from my favorite local railroad. That's right, you know it, Reading Blue Mountain and Northern. Although that railroad may be familiar to regulars of my channel, this locomotive probably won't be. And that's because, well, they don't have it anymore. Sort of. I'll get to that in a minute. So what is this? This is an SD50M diesel locomotive number 426. And I have seen this one in person many years ago. So number 426 is the only locomotive that Reading and Northern ever painted specifically for the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway. And this locomotive was in action the day that I rode the bike train from Jim Thorpe to Whitehaven back in 2015. I wasn't doing video back then, but thankfully I snapped this picture of it when it was on its second run of the day. Now when I said Reading and Northern sort of doesn't have it anymore, what I meant by that was, technically, they do still have this locomotive, but it's now painted in their more familiar green and yellow, and it's numbered 5033. And that's also what it was numbered before they had painted it as 426. Now, I don't know how long it was 426. I don't know why they got rid of that paint scheme. But what I do know is when they pull the excursion trains with diesels, they usually use the smaller GP38-2s. I would imagine those are better suited towards the tight twists and turns in Lehigh Gorge. I got this N-Scale replica of 426 over the summer. It's made by Atlas, and it runs really, really nicely. I would say these new Atlas locomotives are just as good as the Kato locomotives that I like so much. And if you recall, on day 1, I talked at length about how I had the couplers on these old Pennsylvania Railroad passenger cars converted to the newer knuckle-style couplers. Well, this is why. I wanted to run them with 426. Now, I know that these are not literally the passenger cars that they run on the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway, but for the time being, they're the closest thing I have, and to my knowledge, they don't sell anything that's closer. And as a bonus this summer, after chasing 611 through Strasburg and Paradise for the day, we went to the Choo Choo Barn, and I found this Reading and Northern caboose. And let me tell you, that made my day, because that came shortly after I took a ride in a Reading and Northern caboose. So today's train is pretty close to my dream configuration. Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway diesel, pulling 3 beautiful passenger cars, and capped off with an adorable red caboose. Let's watch it run. Merry Christmas, and thanks for watching.